Hi, I'm Supriya Ramalingam, mental health specialist and trainer, and welcome to another video of Quarantine Consult. So, are you taking good care of your emotional well-being during this entire COVID phase? If you're confused, what are the simple tips you can undertake to keep your mental balance? These are the kind of questions we will be answering in today's talk. Now, you must already be knowing that your immunity is very important for fighting off infections and staying healthy during this entire phase. But did you also know that your immunity is directly affected by your mental health? Studies have shown that people who are very anxious or have depressive thoughts have a suppressed immunity, which makes it much harder to fight off infections and to stay healthy. So, it is very important to take care of your emotional well-being during this entire phase. So here's my first tip for you. Journaling your thoughts. Whether you're worried, anxious, sad, or even if you're okay, writing down your thoughts is one of the best ways of expressing yourself. Now these could be any random thoughts that are floating around in your head, or it could be specific concerns that you're having, worries that you're having, or it could be certain tasks that need to be done. Writing down your thoughts helps in two ways. First of all, it helps you put it all out on paper. So it helps you express it in a positive way. It's very cathartic and therapeutic. And the second is that once you write down your thoughts, it helps you see which ones are helpful to you, which ones are serving you, and which ones are not helpful to you. So friends, please take your pen and paper and start writing. You could do it in the morning after you wake up, or in the night before you go to sleep. Tip number 2, maintain a daily routine. Experts recommend maintaining a daily routine to keep a sense of control and calm during this crazy phase. Now a lot of you are working from home, but you're doing it for the entire day. Some of you are spending your time binge watching a lot of TV shows or spending a lot of time on social media. Now none of these practices could be healthy in the long run. In my earlier videos, I have spoken about the importance of a good morning routine, which should include a good breakfast, some physical activity, uplifting positive thoughts that help us put ourselves in a positive state of mind, goal setting, spending time with your loved ones, and other such activities which help us gather our thoughts for the day. After that, most of you would start working. However, there is no set time for lunch or dinner. A lot of you would find that you're working at your desk, sitting at your desk and eating at the same time. Now this is not a healthy practice because it could lead to an accumulation of stress over time. So I urge you to have separate lunch and dinner times for yourself. Secondly, for those of you who are working from home, it is necessary to have a cut-off time when you stop working and set it aside. For a lot of you, this time that you had after work when you used to travel home or when you used to go out and meet your friends for a cup of coffee or dinner, that was your only unwinding time, which is not there anymore. So that is why it is important to have a cut-off time for your day when you stop working, so that after that you can spend time on activities that you love doing. This could include spending time with your family, watching some TV shows, and mainly having some alone time for yourself. Along with family time, it is necessary to spend time with yourself. Which brings me to my third tip. Finding time for relaxation. You know, a lot of people have been telling me that, oh my god, how can I just relax when there's so much to do? Or how can I relax when things are going so bad in the outside world? This is a recipe for disaster because it leads to a lot of stress over time. So my suggestion to you is to set out some alone time for yourself, where you spend time separated from the rest of the people in the house. Maybe it could be a corner in your house, and doing things that you love doing. You could indulge in creative hobbies. You could do other things that you love doing, like listening to music or just watching a show that you love watching. Those of you who have been thinking of meditating, this is a good time to practice meditation. There is no better time than right now, which is the corona phase, to start meditating, because this is a very, very calming and uplifting activity which brings about great mental balance. Tip number 4, gaining new knowledge. Now, all the universities and educational bodies have opened up their hearts and their online courses for people so that they can benefit during this entire COVID phase. There are a lot of free courses happening around. So please take this opportunity to either develop a new skill or to get some job related knowledge, or even if you want to learn something about ancient Indian history, the best chance to do it. However, it's also important not to overdo all these educational programs that are available. A lot of people find themselves becoming overwhelmed with the number of webinars we are doing. The thing is that there's only a certain amount of knowledge that can be accumulated and assimilated efficiently. Otherwise, it gets overwhelming and stressful. Tip number 5. Reach out to people, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed or disturbed. You could talk to anybody who's right next to you. It could be your spouse, parent, it could be a therapist or your friend. Also, one more thing to remember is when you're feeling very overwhelmed, it's important to reach out to somebody who's calmer than you, who's not as stressed out as you, because negative emotions are pretty contagious. It can raise your level of emotion if somebody else is distressed too. Not just this, touching somebody really helps. So if somebody is right next to you, especially if you're living with your family, having them hold your hand or give you a tight hug, squeezing your hand when you're feeling very overwhelmed is a good idea to bring your levels down. Tip number 6. Be kind to yourself and to others. Now, this is a never before seen phase. Nobody knows how to deal with it. So there is no right or wrong way of doing things. So if you find that you made a lot of plans and wanted to be really productive during this entire phase, but now you see your motivation levels waning, you are unable to do things like before, or if you find yourself being overwhelmed, it's absolutely alright. Please give yourself permission to feel all these feelings. Kindness towards yourself and towards others goes a long way. Not judging yourself goes a long way in maintaining emotional well-being. And my last and final tip for you, please practice gratitude. Being grateful is one of the most powerful emotions you can feel that can take you out of any negative state of mind. It helps us focus on the positive things in life and not let the negative things that are going on around us affect or influence us in a really big way. Not just this, studies have shown that people who practice gratitude are generally calmer and more mentally stable than those who do not practice gratitude. I hope these tips will be helpful to you. If you have any other queries or questions or comments, please put them in the comment box below and I will do my best to provide you the information. So until next time, stay curious, stay happy.